the knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay. Roll the hips around, the direction, left and right. Okay, keep your feet parallel to each other, one hand on the temple and stretch this way. The other side. The other side with a hand up. Stretch this way. And the other side. Turn your feet inward, down. Stretch. Straight arms, straight legs. Don't bend the knees. Try to touch with your hands on the floor. Okay. And bend your knees, relax. And down again. Bend the knees. Now down toward one leg. The other leg. Back in the middle. And up. Good. Now open up the position, and this stretch the hip, this hip and this hip. Two different stretches for the two different joints. And change leg. And change again. And again with the left. Now let's do this other exercise. I don't think I've done it live here on video. By bending the knee, we lower our hip toward the heel without lifting this heel. Okay? If you can do it, you can do it without hands. Or if you cannot do it, you can put one hand outside, one hand inside to do this. Then you need to change position, switch leg, same, and again it can be done without touching, and you can even switch without touching if you can. If you cannot, you can always try differently. Now we open up, and we are opening the position a bit. And we keep the legs straight, and we are going to stretch to both legs. I do this exercise sideways so you can see what I'm doing. So from this position, the idea is you keep your feet there, straight legs, cross the arms, and relax. If you can touch with the elbows, it's fine. If you're here, it's also fine. Relax, try to lower your back, your torso down. Once you've done that, you turn toward one leg and you grab the foot and same on the other side. and back in the middle. And down. Okay, so from this position, we're going to stretch these muscles here, the quadriceps. If you're not flexible enough, you cannot do this, and this already hurts. Best thing to do is to sit this way and stretch the muscles one at a time this way. That's a very good stretch for the quadriceps. All these big long muscles, strong muscles, which are lifting all of your body. Nice stretch. And you can do the same on the other side. Good. And now, once you've done individual legs, you could try both of them at once this way. So from here, I'm sitting on my heels, nice and comfortably. I lower myself down, try to relax and see whether there is more tension on one side or the other. Then relax and stretch. If you can, you go this way. If you feel very flexible, you go all the way until you touch. And then up. And then from this position, one foot, sit on one foot, stretch the leg in front of you. Simply relax and stretch. If you can grab the foot, it's great. If you cannot grab the foot, you can grab the ankle, it doesn't matter. Great. Then we change leg. So from here, I'm sitting on my foot, yeah. Great. Now we sit in this position and we are turning the feet, turn the legs until we're touching. Good. Now open up the position and stretch. Okay, from here the key point is usual. Keep your torso up. There's no point curling your torso and try to go down this way. The key point is keeping the back straight and stretch by pointing your chin as if you're touching the floor a meter away from your groin. That's what I'm aiming at. Relaxing and stretch here. Feel the stretch across all of your back. Relax. If you can touch with your elbow, that's already a great thing. If you cannot, you might be here. Then the key point is not about curling your back, but try to rotate here in order to bring the elbows down. Once you've done it for a few seconds, 20-30 seconds, you can turn toward one leg. And the other side. And open up. And stretch again. And relax. Shake. Good. We're going to do some abdominals now. Okay. Abdominals we do at CARISMA, which many other people do. These kind of sit-ups, the key point is keeping the legs down, the feet flat on the floor, keep the legs bent. So the exercise is about raising the torso fast, up, come here, stop, and slow down, up, and down. Okay, so we're going to do 70 of these. I'm going to do the first 30 normal, like I just showed you. Next with 2 twists. So when I'm coming here, not here people, yeah? Here, I go 1, 2, and then the next with 4 twists. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. Alright, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2 twist, 2. Best is to turn each time in a different direction. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. That's 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good. I hope you did them all. If you can follow me, it's great. If you cannot, I forgot to say, best thing to do is to do a few, then maybe pause, maybe for 10. You do 10, then you pause maybe for 5 or 6, or for 10, and then you do every other set of 10. Still a good workout, it's still great. Maybe if the floor is too hard for you, for your back, you can put some mat, yoga mat underneath and this sort of thing. Don't do it on soft, don't try to do this on beds or anything soft that gives in when you try to move, because it's no good. Okay, let's now do some press-ups, just to rest the abdominals. As I used to say, there's one of my students from 20 plus years ago still remembers this, about us resting the abdominals with some press-ups. So I'm going to do 30 press-ups, usual standard press-ups, and I count them. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Good. Excellent. Couple more stretches, then we're good to go. Why do I always do so much? Because the muscles start to be stretched, start to relax, start to get in the mood. The mind is more ready to go. My heart is beating a bit harder, faster, therefore is more ready to start training. Otherwise, if you start kicking and punching with no warm-up, it's a lot easier, particularly if you're not 17 like I'm not for a few decades. It might hurt you. So don't start. You can punch a bit, not very hard, not very fast, but don't start kicking people unless you warm up properly. Stretch this. I always do this at least twice because it's the key. Stretching for my favorite kicks, the round kicks, the side kick, the hook kicks, all need this level of flexibility, this stretch, this split. So, relax. Down toward one leg, grab the foot with both hands. And this way. and this, and relax, stretch. And relax. Good. So let's get going. So I will check that everything here is working fine. Yes, good. All right, so let's get started with today's lesson. So in the last few sessions I have explained in details and some applications of some of the techniques we do here at CARISMA, which are standard kickboxing, American kickboxing. So what we're going to do today, so we've done the jab and the cross, we've done the hook punch last time on Sunday, then in terms of kicks we've done the front kick, we've done the round kick, and we've done the internal crescent kick on Sunday. Those are the three punches and 3 kicks we've done so far. So today we're going to work on another punch, which is the hook with the leading hand, which is a slightly different, this is a variation of the other hook we taught on Sunday, so we can see the differences and see how it gets applied. And then we're going to do the external crescent kick, which is the logical follower of the internal crescent kick. Okay, so let's start with the kick. Let's start with the kick. So the internal crescent kick we've done on Sunday works like this. So I am in my front stance. If I'm kicking with the rear leg, by all means it can be done with the front leg, but it's a very, very weak kick to do with the front leg. So I would normally prepare with a couple of punches, sequence of punches, pam, 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 a drill of 2 or 3 punches, and then bam, extend the leg up and hit parallel to the floor. So the external crescent kick works in a similar way, and it is a more powerful kick because it gets the glutes to work rather than the internal crescent is pushed by the internal abductors, which are just stabilizing muscles. They're not very powerful muscles, while the glutes are. Therefore, even if the 2 kicks look very similar, because this is the internal and this is the external we're going to do today, but when I start pushing out with the external, I deliver a lot more power. So let's get the technicalities right. So I'm in front stance. Imagine my opponent is in front of me, okay? So if my opponent is there, the idea is my foot has to go around the opponent, reach the head level of my opponent and hit side to side the opponent's head, and then come back in position exactly where it started. So from here, this, bang, and back. You see I'm landing back exactly in the right position so that I can follow up. There's no point crash landing in an odd position and then you are very much in front of the opponent who can beat you up if they want to. So the key point is making sure you kick and get back. Okay, so the idea is, again, the usual recommendation for this kick is the leg is straight throughout the kick, so you don't go up with a bent leg and then flip it. You don't go out with a straight leg and then bend it. Yeah, it's throughout, the kick has to be rigid throughout the kick. The leg has to be rigid throughout the kick. Okay, so let's see how it works. Let's do a few. I will do them rotating around so you can see me from different angles. Yes, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now, as usual, I change position and then we do it with the other leg. So from here, kick it with the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So that's the kick. The idea of the kick is to kick somebody in the face or in the head. This is what, however, it's possible to kick someone in the guard. Is not very. I wouldn't suggest it to anyone, and I definitely don't use this. Okay, so let's now look at the other technique for the day, and then we'll practice a few combinations together. Right. So the other technique I'm going to explain today is the hook with the front hand, with the leading hand. The idea, as I explained on Sunday, is that when you're punching with the rear hand, that's the most powerful punch you can do, because you got the full rotation of your body that injects power into this technique, and basically the hand is just delivering the power, but the power comes from the whole body rotating. I already explained on Sunday that I do my hooks with a parallel hand rather than with a vertical hand. I prefer them this way, particularly when I demonstrate it. When I punch, sometimes I might turn my hand, but when I'm practicing and teaching, always with the hand parallel to the floor. So this way, my fingers pointing down, knuckles pointing up. Okay. So, as I said, the rear hand is a powerful hand. That's why the cross and the uppercut, all punches that come from the rear hand are more powerful. However, you can punch quite aggressively with the front hand, and is a much longer punch. So the hook can be a short hook with the hand at the arm at say 45 degrees, can be at 90 degrees. Sometimes I do it very, very long with my arm nearly fully extended, because it's got a good reach and still hits the opponent. If you have an opponent that doesn't keep the guard very much, boom, you punch him here in the face. So the key point about delivering power with this punch is the rotation of my body. So if I just do this, I mean, by all means, if I hit you in the face with this, it's not going to be pleasant, okay? But if I hit you in the face with this, where my whole body turns, then I deliver so much more power. Still less than what I could do with this, but powerful enough to hurt someone, okay? So the idea is, I'm turning my feet, finding myself, if I do it sideways, you will see I'm pointing there, I turn, I am in front stance in the opposite guard. Yeah? So this is the idea. And my opponent's head is there, boom, I deliver power. My opponent's head is there. What I do is I bring my weight, I turn my body and I bring my weight on the rear leg so that I deliver a lot of power in the movement. So that's the way. I'm going to do a few turning around so you can see what I'm doing from every angle. So from here, 1, 2, 3. Make sure that when you're punching, your punch reaches, you're here, the punch reaches in front of your sternum, in front of your face. You know, you're not punching there or there. You're punching always in front of your shoulders. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You see the rotation, yeah? Boom. Okay, let's do it with the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. The hook punch like this can be used very effectively in a attack situation. So I'm stepping forward, maybe I use a jab first, go jab, hook, or I can use it as a defense. Somebody is attacking me, I move backward, boom. As they're coming forward to punch me this way, I move backward, boom, boom. Yeah? Good, good. Good, good. Excellent. So, these are the two techniques for the day. Please practice them, check if you can see them properly. The external crescent kick can be quite a powerful kick if you do it properly, and you should be able to have enough flexibility. If you stretch in this direction. So this kind of stretch, touching with the hands and making sure your hands touch the floor. You should have no problem kicking at least your head level, ideally slightly higher. With a punch, ideally you want to practice it against maybe some focus mitts. If you have someone in your family who can hold focus mitts or another pair of gloves, it's great to do some practice. Or if you are not very experienced to practice this way, one way to do it, which I encourage my beginner students to do, is one person puts big punching gloves on, put this fist against each other this way, at this distance. The two fists together look more or less like a big head, and this is great to punch for hooks, because when you hit the punch, when you hit the gloves, they go this way, so there is no risk for you to be punched. Don't do this and then punch jab cross, because you're going to punch them in the head. Okay, so let's do some combinations now. I'm going to do exactly combinations that contain some of the techniques we've done today. So now, simple technique to approach could be a a cross hook, and then followed by internal crescent of the rear leg. Boom. Yes. So one. Actually, where did I put the weights? Here. I will do this with the weights, so I get a bit extra workout for myself. Okay, so from this position, cross hook, internal crescent. Okay, cross hook, internal crescent. 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 Last one, cross hook, internal crescent. Now we repeat the other side. So from here, cross, hook, internal crescent. Cross 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 hook, internal crescent. Good. Now, okay, so if you remember the internal crescent I've done the other day, the internal crescent is this. The idea is, it's a bit tight here, but I will do this. So internal crescent with the rear leg, and then external crescent with the rear leg. So from here, 1, 2, 1, 2, and again 1, 2, and again 1, 2. Now I'm gonna add a few punches so it becomes a complete technique. So from here, 1, 2, jab cross hook, and again 1, 2, jab cross hook. I do it backwards so you can see me doing it. 1, 2, jab cross hook. Now the other side. So 1, 2, jab cross hook, and again 1, 2, jab cross hook. 1, 2, jab cross hook. Back foot. 1, 2, jab cross hook. Good. Now some fast combinations. So jab cross jab. Change leg. Good, good. Excellent. So, let me do now another technique which involves the hook and the uppercut. Sorry, the hook and the external crescent. So, from this position, I'm going to kick with the rear leg, external crescent, pull, land in front stance, punch, hook. Nice and simple, not necessarily applicable to a fight, but it's a good workout. Okay, so from here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Change leg, same thing. So this time I'm kicking external crescent with the rear leg. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. Excellent. So I think this is my workout for today. I hope you enjoy it. My usual little request for you is, if you could have a look, if you could take a picture of you, if you could take a video of yourself and either post it on the comments or on your own feed. If you want to help me to spread the news, spread the message, which I'm trying to do, is training kickboxing like many other martial arts. By all means, I'm not mentioning that kickboxing is better than another one, but training martial arts is a great way to keep fit. It's also a great way to boost your mood, to feel strong, feel happier, relax better, sleep better. Therefore, if you can, spread the message, use the tag, the hashtag kickboxing versus coronavirus, and help friends of yours to find these videos, and help me to get in touch with more and more people that would like to learn the basics of kickboxing for free. 3 times a week I'll be here, every Tuesday and Thursday 6:30, every Sunday at 5 p.m. for about 45 minutes, 40 minutes, every 3 times a day, 3 times a week. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in a couple of days on Thursday. Thank you.